it's Siblings Pair and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
I came across this clip that just made me rethink my life.
Okay.
But before we get into it, let's check out this clip and then you tell me what you think.
Okay.
What are these whites doing in Africa? They were here before the blacks and built everything on the continent. The Portuguese first discovered southern Africa in the 1480s, but it was the Afrikaners, descended from Dutch, French, and German settlers, who colonized it in the 1600s, over 100 years before the black Bantu even set foot in Southwest Africa, making them the true indigenous people. But why are they so unique? Genetically, Afrikaners resemble the half-Dutch, half-French, Flemish people of Belgium, and are twice as inbred as Jews. Most have little to no non-European DNA. Today, 3 million Afrikaners live alongside smaller white African groups like the 1.5 million descendants of the 1820 British settlers and 200,000 Germans. Despite building Africa, all three are vilified for their ancestors' achievements.
So what are your thoughts on all of that?
I wish you told me you were gonna do this thing because I was going to come with the days now of the stuff and I
No, you don't even need to come with days to debunk this, actually.
that is crazy. Wait, that is crazy. I cannot even fathom how crazy this is. I know. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Who's this for? Is this them just rewriting history? Hopefully that in future they can, I don't know, wipe out, or I don't know.
Well,
Is this to justify? Who's this important to? Who's this? Because no South African or African or current person alive right now will believe this. This is crazy.
well,
This is crazy.
there are some South Africans out there that believe this to be true. There are some. So you see the danger of the Bantu migration thing.
Yes,
See.
yes. But even with that, the Bantu migration happened way before. That's why I said, no. The migration happened even before the Portuguese settlers came here.
1000 BCE.
Imagine.
And then here they say
To 1500s, okay? They are saying that they're not Dutch settlers, they're not Dutch descendants, which is crazy because they want to remove, because that will tell you that this is not true. The Dutch came way after.
Yeah,
You see,
that's what I'm saying. You
1500s.
don't even need this.
The Dutch now came way later.
Descendants of Dutch, French, and German settlers who colonized it in the 1600s, over 100 years.
Yeah. So even that. So you see, you don't even need dates. You don't even need
This is what I'm saying. This is crazy. This is insane. This is insane. No European is of the African soil like that.
So again, you see, so this is why I have a problem with the Bantu migration theory, because they are using it to rewrite history.
Yeah,
They are literally using
bricks at changing around
Yeah.
dates and what it works for the fact that they're saying it was there, and if people accept it as so, that's not. Why are we even accepting it as
So,
that?
because we don't have our own written history. So that's why we just
We have to say whatever.
you're just taking whatever's being presented. So my personal analysis on all of this is that the whole reason why the Bantu migration theory is being pushed specifically in South Africa, you don't hear other countries talking about Bantu migration and all that stuff. But it's only here in South Africa
Yeah.
where this theory is being told.
And it's so important.
You don't hear Zimbabweans, you don't hear the Mozambicans.
There's so many other colonies as well.
You don't hear none of them say we from the Bantu, and it's only here people here that are from.
Absolutely.
So my theory is that people are pushing this Bantu migration theory here in South Africa specifically, so that they can claim that black people and white people have the same claim to the land.
Entitlement.
Yes, have the same entitlement to the land. You guys are settlers here. we are also settlers here, so we are equally entitled with our land.
Yeah, nobody more than the other.
Yeah, so one cannot be more entitled than the other
Yeah.
because similar circumstances.
But this is European versus African at the end of the day. There's still that fact as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand what?
But there's now, you see, now they're trying to, now they literally rewriting history now by saying that the people were here before black people, which is.
But Africans have been moving around in Africa. They were moving around before they came here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they can't be going around telling people like in Mozambique, oh, you're not from here because your ancestors happen to be from there and there. That is irrelevant to us. The where Africans are now situated, we are perfectly comfortable with it as Africans, right? We're fine with that. And we've accepted that, okay, you guys have now settled here. This is your piece of land. You guys have settled here. This is your piece of land. That's what I'm saying. No matter what they can say or do with that, there's still, unfortunately, there's still that bottom lying fact that this now is African versus European. Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot equate your right to land in Africa as in the same way as African can. Just like no matter how long your ancestors have been in a land as an African, you cannot say you have more claim to European land than a European. It's absurd. Like, it's absurd. No matter what dates you have of whoever's cousin landed here and whatever, you can't. I'm sorry. I know it's very frustrating that even though now your roots are planted in Africa and you've been here for generations and generations, but it's still factual that you're European. No matter how long you may be in a place, you cannot have more claim than the indigenous people of the land. If that on its own is crazy, I hear the argument of like saying, yeah, well, we were also here long and whatever, and and like we want to be regarded as African. Say that, and then we can argue that in a separate conversation. But don't do that. That's nasty. That's dirty, man. That's dirty. That's dirty behavior.
Yeah.
Like, we're not, like, honestly, this cannot be your whole character, bro. Just going and taking things and just claiming that it's yours. No, man. And now you trying to lie in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you blatantly lying. And like, these things are dangerous because you're breeding a group of people who's actually gonna believe this thing.
Which for me, like you said, because most of the time they want to come with the argument that, okay, we are unique to our ancestry, like the language is different, the culture is different, but it's only here in Africa, so and my nationality as well, we're African. So they want to make that claim that no, we are African.
Yeah. No matter when in history we came about.
Yeah. But we've been here for.
But you do know that they came much later even than the settlement, because the Dutch stayed here as Dutch people for a while before Afrikaans now and Afrikaners all came about.
Yeah, but they are a new people. That's it.
Yeah.
They are a new people. They amount to what their ancestors were. So that's the argument. And I'm like, it's a fair argument. It's fair.
But that's crazy. Then that even makes it worse, because by the time that they were reborn into something new, like, look what they have done being there.
Yeah.
And, like,
besides that, like, so this whole theory is just this whole theory that this video presents that Afrikaners were actually in Southern Africa before Bantus. I don't even like the way Bantu speaking. I don't even like the way Bantu because it's not entirely. It's not in that. It's just grouping a whole bunch of people. But it's fine. Let's go with it. But this video stating that Afrikaners are here before the Bantu, and it's solely making this claim so that Afrikaners can state that we are the rightful owners of South Africa and it's not the black people. That's what they want to do. But we all know that's not true. You can look at any history from any tribe here in South Africa. There's no point where people moved and found white people there. It was always white people
Yeah,
migrating and finding.
and finding people.
There was no, it wasn't.
That's why they've been colonized.
Yes,
Thing.
I know this personally from like Zulu history. In Zulu history, there was no point.
White people met up with the
Yes,
Shagarus,
the white people.
with the Langalbaleles,
Yeah.
all of those.
It wasn't the other way around.
It wasn't.
So-
And we're talking Europeans as they landed, touched down.
So I don't.
So what are we gonna debunk those stories as well? Are we gonna say those are not true? Or Shaka didn't exist? All those people didn't exist?
So it's all of that stuff. So
I'm actually very disappointed because no matter how we try and defend like our local white South Africans, they always just come around and show us that, like
they like that.
it ain't like that. Like no man, we literally stand on I don't know how much we fight with other Africans because we have accepted that this is part of our country. This is this is our identity now as a country. But like every chance they get, it's like they're just backstabbing. Like this is backstabbing of note. And I don't know if they really want to have the last people who are actually defending them being here and them actually being a part of South Africa. Do you want to lose that? Like, do you want to lose that a little bit? Like, because now, really, you have the rest of Africa fighting the fact that we have white people here. And white people claiming to be South African or African and get us giving Europeans the privilege, we say, of calling themselves African in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Other Africans are sick to their stomachs. And they're fighting that. And they're fighting us. And we are literally putting our necks on the line all the time to defend it. But it's like every single chance they get, firstly, they don't do the same. They don't reciprocate the same energy. And then there's also these things that we come across. There's also these things that don't end. It's like, so we're done, basically. It's like, that's what it's saying.
I don't know how many like whites are African or Afrikaners actually believe like this theory to be true. From the TikTok comments, I've seen a couple of them agree with it. Some are saying thank you for spreading the truth here and all that stuff like that. So there might be a lot of them, or they might just be those few that are just racist and want to claim the land for themselves or feel like they are the rightful owners of the land. I don't know. I don't know. You guys can let us know like if you believe this theory or not, why you believe it or why not, because it's an interesting theory and it literally rewrites a whole lot of things that South Africans tend to know.
Yeah.
So
Like, just a whole new piece of history
yeah,
altogether.
it's quite.
You like forget what you learned at school. Forget what you've learned anywhere. Now we'd be introduced to a new history. This is crazy and exciting.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I just found this video funny. I thought we should talk about it. But you guys let us know what you think in the comment section below.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.
The Bantu expansion. There was never such a thing. You cannot derive an anthropological migration theory based on an assumption of a people that don't exist. Use words precisely. Bantu comes from the Zulu word Abantu, and other languages have similar words. Abantu means the people. That's it. Bantu means the people. Not complicated. Now what white anthropologists or Tubabs did, such as Malcolm Guthrie, they went to Southern Africa, took some 500 plus languages and categorized them as Bantu. Why? Because Malcolm Guthrie learned that in Zulu there is such a word as Bantu, and Bantu is the people. This is so cringe, I wanna vomit. Wakanda. So there is no such one people as the Bantu. Tutsi are considered Bantu. Hutu are considered Bantu. Tutsi and Hutu, very, very different people who have historical problems with each other. Since the one Bantu people assumption is false, any migration theory based on that is also false.